Do you find yourself saying that I'll deal with it later and your digital files become a mess? And before you know it, you got this digital mess that's so overwhelming you don't even know where to start. Here's my top 5 daily habits to keep digital clutter from piling up so you can't find things when you need them. Tip number 1, schedule time to check your email. If you're someone who's getting up first thing in the morning and checking your phone and seeing all the emails that you have or going onto social media, it's going to derail your day and it's going to impact your productivity. Schedule 2 or 3 times a day where you're checking your email on a regular basis, and during those blocks of time when you're checking your email, you can quickly process your emails, review them, reply. Anything that's less than 1 or 2 minutes to get it off your plate, then archive it. If you're checking your email all day long, it's going to derail your day and it clutters up your calendar. Tip number 2, don't save files to your desktop. What happens when you save files to your desktop becomes a cluttered mess, and then it piles up and you say, I'll deal with it later. But as we all know, later doesn't come. And then it's a daunting task and it's overwhelming to deal with your cluttered desktop. So deal with it in the moment and save your files in a folder that makes sense, so when you go to retrieve that file, you can find it the next time. Tip number 3, establish a file naming convention to save your files. If you have a system for saving your files, it makes it easy to name your files and to find your files down the road. You may want to file them by date format. You may want to file them by alpha, A to Z. I highly recommend that when you're naming your files, you use a space, an underscore, or a dash between 2 or 3 different keywords. You can also use a space and a capital letter for each word. It makes it easy for you to view, but also it makes it a whole lot simpler to find your files when you separate the keyword phrases in your file name. By doing this, it makes it so much easier to find your files next time when you need access to them and you don't have a whole lot of time to be searching all over your computer to find the files. Tip number 4 is save your files immediately where they belong in your folder structure. If you want to use a downloads folder, save files there on a temporary basis and just know that you can go in there and do a quick delete and you don't have to stress about where to save all the files. What I do is I delete my downloads folder about once every 2 to 3 weeks, and I don't have to stress about, I got all these important files in there. I need to spend the time to save them. Because I save my files into my folder structure that I've created in the moment, because I know I need to share some of those files with team and consultants or clients down the road, it makes it easier for everyone to find the files, versus if you're saving them in your downloads folder, it quickly becomes a cluttered mess. Tip number 5 is to create a filter in your email system for subscription. This way, the emails won't even come into your inbox and you don't have to process them, which is going to save you time every single day. This declutters your inbox and you can go to your subscription folder at your leisure whenever you want, and the emails are there, not cluttering up your main inbox. What is your top tip from keeping digital clutter from piling up? Practice these 5 daily habits for keeping your digital clutter at bay, and they won't be piling up and causing you stress and wasting time down the road trying to find and look for information.